Hi guys, this is Sarah from Rustic Heart Photography, and today I'm just going to quickly show you the new Christmas backdrop set with the added snow animation. So to begin with, I'm just going to show you what's included. So here we have the snowman layer, we've got the Santa layer, we've got the optional window snow, we've got the smart object layer, and we have the Christmas layer. And then within the action we have the create image action and the create video action. Now just before we get started, there's just a couple of points that I want to make. So with the Christmas layer, it's really important that we keep that to the top of all these layers. And it's also important that we keep it visible, because if we uncheck this to make it invisible, we'll see that it changes the look and feel of the image, which will in turn change the look and feel of the final image. So it's just really important that we keep this checked and visible. And then in terms of the window snow, you can remove that altogether, or you can make it brighter by highering the opacity. So that's just a personal preference. I like to keep it around 25%. Okay, and one last thing, it's really important that we keep all of these layers named as they are when you receive the pack. If these change at all, then that will in turn mean that these actions don't work. So just ensure that we keep these named as they are right now. Okay, so now we can begin. If we open up the smart object layer, this is where we're going to create the image and adding the child to the image. So I've already cut a child out, so I'm just going to bring her in and put her where I need her to be. Once you're happy, you just close that and press save, and that will bring her into the final image. Now if you're unhappy or want to amend where she's sitting, you can reopen that smart object and change where she is. But I'm quite happy with that, so we'll leave as is. Now this is where you would then change what backdrop you have. So obviously at the moment we have the Santa, or if you uncheck the Santa, you'll then have the snowman. And again, if you want to remove this window snow, you can, or you can change the opacity of that if needed. So for this instance, we're going to keep the Santa backdrop in place. And then once we're happy, we just need to press create image. And that will then add the final touch to the image, giving it the final look and feel, like so. And then from there, you would save that and use as you wish. However, if you want to then add the video, what you need to do is press the create video action and then press continue. And this is then when you will add that snow clip in. So you'll find that in the folder that it's been provided. So you press place and then you just move that into position and press tick. And that will then add that in, and then you're done pretty much. So then if you just zoom in and press play, it will just show you the final video. Now for the first play, it's just important to note that it is going to be quite slow and jittery, and that's because it is rendering the video as it plays. So once you have played the entire video, the next time you play it will be nice and smooth. Just to give you an example of that, I'm just going to stop the video, and this green section here is where it's already rendered. So I'm just going to pull this back to the beginning and just replay that now, and you'll see that it's nice and smooth and the right speed. So I've provided you a 30-second long video here. However, obviously the longer the video, the higher the file size, which then will take longer to upload to Facebook or wherever you need it to be. So you can amend the length of the video, and to do that, all you need to do is click on the purple area, come to the end, and just click and drag that to where you'd like it. So here is where about I have it, which is 16 seconds. And you just need to do that the same thing to the bottom layer here. So they're both in line with each other. And that will then mean you have a shorter video, which is a smaller file size. Once you're happy with that, you just come down here to this little arrow, and this is where you'll export the video. So you change the name of the video, you just select the folder where you'd like it to go, and you can amend these settings if you like. So you can bring this down slightly so that the file size is even smaller, so a medium quality. You can change the document size if you like. So best practice is to have it around 2048 width for the likes of websites and Facebook, but you can change that if you'd like it smaller. Frame rate, and any other sort of settings that you'd like to change, but I tend to leave it like this, and I would press render, and that will then render the video and save it to wherever you've selected, and then you can do with it as you wish. However, going back to that previous document, so I'm just going to close that. If you want to then amend this so that you're using the Santa rather than the snowman rather than the Santa, you just uncheck that Santa layer and you delete this final image layer, and you'll have the Santa in place. And then again, you can press create image, and that will create the image with the final look and feel, like so. And then again, if you want to add that video, you just press create video, add the snow scene, and then press the tick. Now the only thing that will happen if you play that create video twice in one go from the same instance, it is going to remove this timeline section here. So what you can do to bring that back is just go to the top, press window, and then press timeline, and that will reopen that up. So at any point, if this is missing, you'll know where it is and what's happened. So that's that. Now just going back to here again, I just want to make one last point. When creating the video, it's really important that we've already created the image, because if we don't create the image first, the video isn't going to render correctly. So I'll just show you, for example, delete final image. So this is how it would be if we hadn't created that image. If we then press create a video, it's not going to work correctly, and you'll be left with a very strange video, like so. It's just not going to work. So you really do need to ensure that you've run the create image action first and then run the create video action. So that's literally everything you need to know for the backdrop set. I really hope that the simplified version is going to help you make beautiful images as well as beautiful videos, and I always really like to see what people create from my action sets, so if you feel free to share those over with me, because I love to see them. Right, so good luck. I hope this really helps, and have a lovely, lovely Christmas.